It's alive! The oil flask is alive! And it thirsts for vengeance! Or it's just my cursor. Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Lands of Lore, the Throne of Chaos. When last we left off, we were on the second level of the Urbish Mines, basically exploring the mines itself, as this basically was an area we didn't actually go to previously. And we're about to head up to the first level of the Urbish Mines, also to a part that we haven't yet been to. Now this area here, you can hear the enemy that we barely encountered before. We're going to drop this here. Now here's an interesting puzzle.
Remove all weapons before entering.
That is not aimed at you. Originally when I first played through this, I thought that we had to remove all of our weapons and put them here. No, we just need to move this rock. And then by removing that rock, something then appears to open, which is and it will close once we're here, but it will open when we leave. Now this area is full of iron gazers, which are the ones that we met very briefly on the way down to the deeper parts of the Urbish Mines, as well as the enemies that throw the throwing stars at us. We haven't encountered them very much, but you can definitely hear them. They're all over the place here. Now, there isn't a lot on the northern part of this area of the map, but there is a lot in the southern part that we're going to have to deal with. Hello! You're pretty easy to defeat individually, but there are a lot of you, so we're going to need to... There you go! Case in point, here are a lot of them! Here's a fireball spell! Fireball is very good at dealing with them, and also very good at improving our skill with magic, too. Now, we can rest here, but it's going to be a little difficult, mainly because there are so many of them. We will get some rest eventually, though. Also, contrary to what I may have said before, the green skull can actually be used against other enemy types. I actually could have used it with some decent effect against the flying underground, like, lightning jellyfish. I could have used it against them. I chose not to. Here is an emerald blade. We're going to want to hold on to this. We're going to need to drop something to have it, though. Let's see what we could drop. There's not a lot we could drop. We could actually drop some oil flasks here, because we don't need as many as we already have. We'll drop an oil flask. We don't necessarily need all that we have here. We do, however, need this key. I hear that iron gazer. I hear that bounding around. There is one nearby. We're going to see if this key will actually fit that door that is round here, so then we can get rid of it out of our inventory. Is it, where do we want to go? We don't want to head south, we want to head west. There we go. Does it work? It works. And I do believe it doesn't actually do anything particular, but I do believe that handle will actually open up a pit that will send us plummeting back down. Possibly. Now, this place actually has a lot of secret areas, as you can see there. We want to kill this now, before it becomes a problem. It's going to be a little tricky, but we do want to kill them. I believe they're finite, unlike the other enemy in this part of the first level, which theoretically could be infinite. I think there are some areas where they spawn. This part of it is basically full of these little secret areas, and we're going to explore all of them. We're going to explore all of them because they all have pretty nice stuff, plus also it's a good source of experience. There I do believe... Yeah, there's another one. We want to kill these very quickly. Also the fireballs won't hurt. Picard's pretty good at taking care of them. I mean, he's fighter level 5, but we're rogue level 5, so we're pretty good at shooting and he's pretty good at fighting. The emerald blades we're going to need to hold on to because they're pretty essential. There's not one here. You can hear the iron gazers bounding around. Well, we're just going to have to find where exactly they are. There's one here. Or is there? Doesn't appear to be anything in this one. There might be, though. But somewhere here, one of these has, there's probably one around here. Hello, how are you? Actually just hit you, in truth. It's faster. We don't want them to actually be around, just in case they, damage some of our weapons or armor. That's the last thing we want. Because basically that would involve us having to reload. But But hey, we're making a lot of progress in the Urbish Mines. A lot faster, I think, than the first time I went through it. A lot faster. Now, there are a few more areas still to explore. Hello, enemies. Oh, and there's that poison effect. And there is a iron gazer that we're going to kill now, so that you... Oh, you cannot actually heal the poison. You can, though. We are going to get attacked. Or maybe we're not. I mean, we should have been. You can hear that they're very, very close. Now, the fireball spell is the one we're going to want to use. We're definitely going to want to use the fireball spell. Mainly because the... Oh, hello! Here is where it's going to get interesting because of all of these enemies. We're going to want to destroy all of these enemies. Focusing on that iron gazer. If we can actually... Yep, there we go. Iron gazer defeated. Marvellous. Definitely didn't want that hitting us again. We haven't actually lost any weapons apart from that one instance where we did. Which was in the Drogle's caves. There are a lot of enemies later that will do that, though. So we need to watch out. Oh, we're back here. Now, there is an area down here, though. Hello. I can actually see you. So, let's actually...
The acid burned my arm.
There you go. The acid burned his armor. I was a little too soon in saying that that had not happened recently. Fortunately, there's not a lot for us to re-explore here. So let's just re-explore that, shall we? Let's deal with that area we dealt with before. Over here. No poison this time. However, ooh, you're by yourself this time. But all these are here, which we can get with the fireball spells, which should then make it much easier to take care of this one. There we go. We'll just rest here. The iron gazer doesn't seem to move like the other ones do. Maybe it has like a set area where it's then alerted to our presence and then heads towards us. Alright, here it should be. Is it down here? There, well, there's a enemy. I don't know if it's the enemy we want here. Right, here is a saber wolf, which isn't very good. And here is a mace puma, which also isn't that great, but we'll hold on to them. At this point, I'm just getting rid of iron flasks, oil flasks, rather, because they're not particularly worth holding on to at the moment. Hello! Loads of enemies! Well, good news, we've got fireballs. We've got fireballs everywhere! For everyone! And if we don't have a fireball, we have our weapons handy. Ah! What's this say?
Uglug was here. Orcs rule.
Well, I don't think you're here anymore, and I'm not entirely sure about your statement of orcs ruling, unless it's your own territories, whereupon you're absolutely right. Let's see what is in here. Wherever our lockpicks are. Marvellous. A hail leather jerkin, which is vastly inferior to anything we're currently using. The Great Maul Hammerhead, however, is pretty fantastic. In fact, it's pretty much better than what we're using, so let's hold on to that, shall we? What do we get rid of? Well, we can put that there just for now, can't we? Anything else?
Empty.
No, nothing else. Well, let's think about this. What do we want to get rid of? We could get rid of more oil flasks. We do have a lot. We do need a few more things still. We don't need this helmet, but it might be worth something. We don't need these oil flasks. We just have so many of them. We'll take 2, and then we'll hold on to this one, shall we? There we go. We pretty much got what we needed in this area anyway, which was the, Is it nearly full? Might as well just use it. I mean, we're not going to be coming back here. We might as well just use it. We pretty much got the one thing we wanted from... Hello! Suddenly enemies everywhere! We want this dead. We can actually just, There we go. That was a lot of enemies. Oh, and more enemies. Fortunately, easily to defeat enemies. Well, we're nearly done on this floor. We can deal with countless of these. Also, we're slowly getting towards mage level 4. Oh, was it not here? Oh, it's this way. It's one to the Tactically this way. Oh. There's a lock here. And there is a thing here. That opens that up. But not that. Do I get the feeling I want that key? I think I want this key. And I'm worried about going to get that key. Yep, I should have been worried about getting that key. Out of curiosity, does putting something in the niche... No, putting something in the niche does not close it. Well, looks like we're going to have to head down. Which is not good. Not good at all, but what's the worst that could happen? I mean, is this an area we've been to before? The answer is, maybe? Let's find out. Is it? It is not an area we haven't been before. We've been before, rather. It's an area we haven't been, rather than an area we have. It's not a very big area, though. We should be able to deal with this creature pretty easily. Ah, well, get something to weigh that down. Aha! Now, if we were to move this, it disappears. You may recognize that sound from other Westwood games. Well, we have a key. We might as well use this teleporter. And I bet this takes us right to the entrance of the... Yep, it takes us right to the entrance of the Urbish Mining Company. Well, we're going to have to... We're not going to leave. We're going to have to go and backtrack a bit, because I think this key needs to be used on the floor that we were on. Fortunately... Oh, hello! Suddenly loads and loads of enemies over here.
I've been pushed.
Hello, we're just going to wait until you're all in range of a fireball and then destroy you. Is there... Oh, hello. You can't exactly heal yourself, sadly. Not yet, but you will be able to if we just rest a little. There we go. Will that do the trick? Yes, it will. Marvellous. No more poison for you, Bakata. You shall live once more. Now, if memory serves, we don't want to go this way. Nope, there's absolutely nothing that way. We want to go this way. And head over here. And basically do a lot of backtracking. Hello! How are you? Alright, let's see what we need to do with this key. There are actually only two things I think we need to do with this key. Either we need to go down into this... I think we need to go into the teleporter, to be honest. I think the teleporter is what we need to do. I think the teleporter is what we need to do. Now, there's no area in here we haven't been to, but we can just go that way and head up, which I think is what we must do. Hello! Welcome back! It's a guest appearance from the underground flying lightning jellyfish. Fortunately, there aren't many of them. But we can still hear that trap going off in the far distance. I wonder if there's a point where they respawn. Not like they drop anything in particular. I think a few enemies drop things, but nothing particular. Well, that's full. We might as well actually take this, because I think we need this key for this here. Not that I remember exactly what that does. I can hear more iron gazers. I can hear them. Where are they? Maybe they're in an area we haven't been to yet. Or maybe there's one right here.
The acid burned my armor.
Oh, game. Burn my armor, will you? We're just gonna have to just retread some ground here. I apologize for that, but the game decided not to be nice there. We can retread this ground pretty quickly, though. We know where we're going. We go, well, we turn around 360 degrees, apparently, and then a little more. And then we head down. And we're going to save... Hello, you're all here again. I guess I'm going to wait until you're all there and use some fireballs. Was there another one? I don't remember. Yes, there was. There was another one. It's gone now. It's gone now. Maybe there are enemies further down in the in this part that I haven't been to yet. Or rather, rechecked. Oh there, hello. We fought and killed you before. But, actually no, we fought and killed you before. The other one wasn't there. Well, let's head back in here. And head down and fight that jellyfish once more. Because we need to head west. Where are you? You're not here this time. Oh, there you are! Well, there you were, rather. You're not there anymore. Alright, up we go, and take this key. I get a feeling this key is used there, but can't be entirely sure. Might not be. We're not going to use that just yet. I want to see if this key will work. Where are these enemies? Or have I... Hello! There's one. There's another. Maybe it's here that the enemies respawn. You always seem to hit Bakata, by the way, rather than Kieran for destroying armor. I'm not doing very well at hitting this one. Not doing very well at all. Fortunately, he's not doing very well at hitting us either. And Kieran had got it eventually anyway. Excellent! Let's find out if we're going to use this key here. We might. We might. So in here, we use this key. Oh. It opens that. Why do I get the feeling that that wasn't very useful? Also, am I going to be able to bypass that? Let's find out! Maybe it's not there. No, it's there. It's, very much there. And it just drops me here. Let's actually reload that, because I don't really want to fall down there. There's not much point in doing so. So what does that do? It opens up the pit again. Doesn't close that pit, though. So that key was actually completely useless. So we went down there to get a key that we... Hello. We'll win in the ranged weapons argument here. Of that I can assure you. We're just going to... Oh, we actually don't want to go... Hello? Did you just spawn? Looks like you just spawned. Or maybe you didn't. Who knows? Well, we want to head back to the way we came, so that we can basically go down here, because I get the feeling I know what this does. Actually, I know what this might do. One of two things it will do. It'll either help us get to that area we were at before, or it'll open a pit right beneath our feet. Well, it did the other one, didn't it? It opened a pit right beneath our feet, which is awkward. We are here, which we were not before. Now, there's nothing here that we particularly want. Ah. Well, here's our choices. Pit or pit? Well, let's pick a pit. Except we can't, because we need to weigh this down with something. I wish I had one of those rocks. I'll settle for an oil flask. Now, this area is where the avian worms are. We need to deal with these avian worms right now. Remember I was saying the avian worms would be a scary prospect? Here they are. Absolutely loads of them. Now you may be wondering how we're going to defeat them. We could just make a runner for it. Nope. This is where we use the Wand of Fireballs. It's a really good wand. It's a really useful wand. And we're going to use it basically to carve a path to freedom. It's definitely helpful. And it helped improve our magic as well. Yep, that is the point where you want the Wand of Fireballs. And only this point do you want the Wand of Fireballs. This room. This room. Now we have enough fireballs to actually cast them here and destroy these nests. Destroying these nests is actually very, very important. That also improved Kieran's magic level. I believe Kieran will now have quite a bit more magic than Bakata. We also want to separate out these wands, because that wand is pretty much nearly expended. That is where we wanted the wands, for the avian worms. Also, 73 magic points compared to 41. Kieran is far better at magic now than Bakata. And so, when we come back, folks, we shall continue exploring this area up here, which is the area that we've been waiting to go to. And hopefully, the avian worms won't be a problem anymore. Well, they shouldn't be anyway. So I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.